Hello, and welcome back to WFTU Radio, the sound of Five Towns College. It is 4:18 p.m. on Sunday, the fourth and final day of the Great South Bay Music Festival in Shorefront Park, Patchogue, New York. I'm Aaron McLaughlin with Megan Tonelli, and we have a very special guest, Sage from Signs of Progress. Sage, how are you? Incredible performance.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's so great to be here. Thank you for having me.
You sounded amazing, incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, it's our first festival. We were really excited to play.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we're actually not from here at all. We're from Florida. I'm actually the only member that's from Long Island.
So what brought you here?
So we met online a few years ago, back when the pandemic was, not a thing.
Yeah.
Back in 2019, Justin, our guitarist, had actually reached out to me online because I had posted some old music that I had not touched in years. But he reached out to me, and I responded because I really liked what I heard. And then we took it from there. I auditioned online. They brought me in after the second song, and we went from there. Now, unfortunately, we had a pandemic to deal with, so we didn't really get to play anything. But, we kept recording music. We have 3 EPs out, and now we're excited to be here and actually performing.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I guess, you kind of answered my next question, but what are the bigger, so this is your first festival.
Yeah.
What are some of the places you have played? Where and how are they?
So we actually just played a show last night in Brooklyn. We played that with a few local bands to the city and New Jersey. Again, friends we met online because we don't have any connections here. But most of the shows we played have been in Gainesville, which is where we're based. So we played 2 shows there. We had 1 debut show and then 1 EP release show, and that's all we've played. This is only our 4th show ever.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Well, congratulations. You sounded great.
Thank you.
Now, I guess you're from here, they're from Florida. How did you guys meet? How did this happen?
So, again, we met online, and for the time being, the arrangement we have has just been, since it's a lot easier for one person to go down than 3 people to come up, I've just been going down and playing the shows. But then we got announced to do this, and we're like, okay, well, now we have to figure this out and do it quickly. So we put together that last-minute show in Brooklyn, and we played that to sort of substantiate the rest of the weekend. But it took a lot. Jared, our drummer, just moved to Asheville in North Carolina, so he's there now. So trying to coordinate 2 flights with 3 people and a bunch of baggage and gear. Meanwhile, I just have to show up and look pretty.
Right.
So
that's the perks of being a singer.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do it that way. But no, I really wanted them up here.
Yeah.
My family was here today, some of my friends, so I'm really glad we were able to make this happen.
Yeah, the crowd was great. A lot of energy.
Thank you.
It was great.
Yeah.
I was saying before, like pop punk, you sound really pop punk. A lot of pop punk elements. And, it was a breath of fresh air for me personally, because it's very different from a lot of other artists here.
Mm-hmm.
It was very like Hayley Williams or Paramore. I love it. It was amazing.
Right.
So how does this crowd or atmosphere compare to the other 3 shows you have done?
I will say, again, this is our first festival, and it really was nice to have a team behind us making the sound the best it could be. Because trying to do this stuff DIY is always a challenge, and we definitely had a few hiccups last night doing it on our own in Brooklyn in a warehouse. So this is definitely a step up. And then just I would say as far as the crowd, again, a lot of it was my friends and family because it's our first show here on the island. But I think even people who were just walking in because we were the first band up, they stopped and we got a few praises throughout the day just from strangers. So, it just goes to show that anybody can enjoy what you're doing as long as you enjoy what you're doing.
That's awesome.
Now, one last thing. What are, who or what are some of your inspirations for the music you create and just getting into music?
Well, you mentioned Hayley Williams. She's
really?
great.
No way.
She's great.
She's one of it?
Yeah. Well, I've grown up listening to pop punk my whole life.
Yeah.
My favorite band is Green Day, hands down.
Oh my God, I have a Green Day tattoo.
Oh my God,
that's so weird.
That's so nice.
We're just best friends now.
Yeah, we have
amazing.
to be. We're gonna go hang out after this. We're gonna interview. Let's go. No, just kidding. Green Day's my favorite, and then again, I just saw Paramore at MSG maybe a couple months ago. They were phenomenal, and their sound has changed astronomically since they started. I always am a big fan of bands that are in that realm of pop punk, but do something different about it.
I was going to ask you how you feel about certain bands changing, because certain people would say it's like a sellout almost, but I feel like it's adapting to different types of things going on in the world right now. You know, because I feel like it still has their sound.
Right.
Paramore.
And it definitely depends on how you do it. Like Fall Out Boy is going to be my next concert. And
next week I'm going too.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
we should go together.
What is
It's a
happening
date.
right now?
The world.
Matchmaking right now.
Oh my goodness, the
Pretty
worlds
much.
are colliding right now.
That
What
is
is
so
going on?
funny.
Yeah.
It's actually hilarious.
Yeah, so we'll go together.
Yeah,
But
no, that's awesome though. Yeah, all that type of music. That's great.
yeah, so they're fun, and it's crazy that how much they've changed over the years as well. So like,
Yeah,
and he's been
definitely.
a huge Patrick Stump. Like I've loved him since I was like 13 years old. Like
Me
I
too.
like actually in
Yeah.
love with him. Like made art about him. Like
Yeah.
I was a crazy fangirl.
Me too.
Like,
We'll talk later.
Yeah,
I there's a lot of
absolutely.
stories. Yeah.
but he's a great vocalist, so I take a lot of inspiration from him as well, just because of
Yeah.
how soulful
Soul voice.
he is. Yeah. So there's a few. But then recently it's funny. My tastes have changed so much over the years. Like recently I started listening to K-pop. Actually,
Oh,
I'm a big fan of
interesting.
K-pop.
I never got into that.
Yeah, BTS ruined my life during the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was bound to happen at some point.
Yeah. Perfect timing, pandemic.
Exactly.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta keep happy somehow.
Yeah.
So,
So, how many songs or albums do you guys have out right now?
so we just released our third EP, Everything Alters Us, back in the spring. I believe that was April. I'm so bad at timing. I'm sorry. It felt like a century ago, but that has been our latest release, and we're currently writing new music. Hopefully, we can lead up to a long play at some point because we've only released EPs so far. We'd love to release an album. It's just the funding and getting us out there. So that's really what we're working on right now. Now that we can play.
Yeah.
Because it's been a struggle.
What about the songwriting process? How does that work? Is it all the band that does everything together, or?
So Jared is our primary songwriter. He is our drummer, but he also plays everything. So like he plays the drums, he plays the guitar, he plays the bass. Pretty sure he could pick up like a mandolin if he really wanted
Wow.
to. He does
Impressive.
everything. Yeah, like he can do anything basically instrumentally. So a lot of the songwriting is him, and that's what got me into the band because I was like, wow, this is really
Yeah.
good because he's an amazing, multi-instrumentalist.
So he does the melody and the lyrics.
Yeah, I do the lyrics. So,
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna ask.
so that's how that works. Is he writes the majority of the music.
Yeah.
Sometimes Justin chips in, but most of it's Jared, and then he pretty much sends it my way. And then if I like it, I write on top of it, and then we throw that back and forth, and then we get the end product.
Awesome.
Well, Sage, thank you. Is there any social media or anything you want to plug?
Yes, absolutely. So we are on all streaming platforms. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, all of that. Signs of Progress. We are on Instagram, Signs of Progress Band, I believe. Twitter as Progress of Signs, because Signs of Progress Band was taken, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
What's the next best one?
Yeah, it's the next best thing. Just refer to your name.
Yeah.
And then we have a few music videos out. We had one come out for our song Like Magic not too long ago, so go check us out.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. So nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Thank you.
So great being here.
Oh, yeah, and once again, great job. That was Sage from Signs of Progress. I'm Aaron McLaughlin with Megan Tonelli. Coming up shortly, another performance here at about 5 o'clock is Robinson Treacher. Stay tuned.